Sell Your Car UK is back and delighted to offer for sale this fabulous Citroen C4 Grand Picasso 7 2-litre HDI EGS. That is quite a mouthful. The 7 stands for 7 seats, the 2.0 HDI stands for the 2-litre diesel injection engine. The EGS stands for something to do with the gear selection. I'm imagining electronic, because this is a semi-automatic Citroen C4 Grand Picasso, and the exclusive, well, that just stands for everything. This car's got the full tinted windows, as you can see as we're going around it, rear parking sensors that you can see as we're going around it, but it does not stop there. It's got the alloy wheels, which you can see as we're going around it. It's got the electrically folding wing mirrors, which even work when you close the door with the key in hand. Pressing unlock causes those doors to pop back out, those mirrors, sorry, to pop back out again. It's also got things you can't see, but we'll get to in due course, like full climate control. And that's a dual zone climate control system that allows you to adjust the temperature for the driver's side or the passenger side. It's got cruise control, multifunction steering wheel with controls to adjust the stereo. It's got a trip computer. It's got loads of little options on this one, but let's get up close and personal with it so that you can see the condition for yourself, because there are some little marks on it which I shall show you as those wing mirrors fold back in. We'll come to those in due course. So there are a couple of little stone chips on the bonnet. I think they'd be expected on a car of this age. It's a 2007 on an 07 plate, currently belonging to its third keeper, who actually acquired the vehicle through us here at Sell Your Car UK back in March of 2014. They only needed the vehicle for a short stopgap, as they had a new car arriving through a company car scheme. That car is now here, so this car is now for sale. I'm just showing you there's a little scrape going down here. I'm being very fussy, but I want you to see all of these marks so that you know what you're coming down to see and that you know this car is right for you. So there are some little tiny marks, but I think that's to be expected. The car has only done about 50,000 miles, I think 52,500 miles, that or thereabouts. So actually the condition is really fabulous, but obviously you would expect it to have some little marks. The wheels are in good condition. There is a little bit of curbing, but it's very slight. It's just had brand new front and rear brake pads fitted to this car, and it's also had a rear brake disc as well, where one was scored, and that's been sorted out. The car was last serviced in July of 2014. And that was done about 3,000 miles ago, and it comes with an MOT having just been done in October 2014, and that will take you all the way up to October 2015. Now I'm just showing you the outside of this car up close and personal so that you can see for yourself. There are some little tiny marks on it, but I'm being very fussy, and actually, as I'm sure you've realized already, they hardly notice when you stand back from the car, as you can see for yourself. Now we're just going to keep going around the car. This is the new brake disc that's been put on the car literally within days. The tyres are very good, loads of life left in them, but that's not where it stops, because there is another set of tyres coming with this car, a full set of barely used winter tyres, which really couldn't be timed better, as the winter is very much on its way. Now, as we come around the back here, again, very clean. There are some little marks where things have been dragged in and out of the boot, as to be expected, but there's no scrapes or scuffs or big dents or anything like that. There is a small dimple dent, which I will now show you. You can see that there, where some evil person has opened their car door into this one. That can be sorted out quite easily. There's no paint damage, so a paintless dent repairer, we've got one here at Sell Your Car UK, can sort that little dent out for about 45-50 quid. Cash in hand. I'm sure we could do something if you need an invoice. Anyway, that's just literally the worst mark on there. Quick backtrack. These are the wheels on the passenger side. Tiny little mark. I'm being very fussy. Bigger mark, less fussy. But I just want to show you all of these marks so that you know exactly what you're coming down to see. If you really are that fussy, you can have these wheels refurbed. They're absolutely fine structurally. It's purely cosmetic. And as we come down the passenger side here, just to show you a couple more little nicks on the car where some evil people have obviously been careless when getting out of their cars next to this one. It is a big car, and it has done about 50,000 miles. So really and truly, the condition of this car is quite fabulous. There's a mark here on this electrically folding wing mirror that is now going to fold its way out. Thank you for that, I just pressed the button. But I just want to show you here where obviously going through width restriction, it's been hit a little bit. Now those will come out, those little marks, with a good polish, but we're being very fussy here just showing you those. As we come around the wing here, just to show you, little mark been taken off of the paint. This paint is called beige according to the DVLA. I would call it gold or golden yellow. It's a lovely colour. I mean, it's obviously, it depends if it suits you, but it really does, I think, look really cool. Now, you've got lovely wheels there, good tyres again, and as I say, this is just one of 2 sets. You've also got a full set of winter tyres coming with the car, and it's just had new pads and a new disc as well. So there you go, that's pretty much the outside of this car. Let's get up close and personal now with the inside. There are 2 sets of keys, so you can each have one if you're going to be car sharing. It's in really lovely condition on the inside here. It has been used with a full family of 5 people traveling in it for at least the last 6 months, but you wouldn't know. It's been kept very, very nice, and it's been fully valeted up prior to being resold. These are the little controls here for the passenger side climate control. They're velour seats, very, very comfortable seats. You've even got an armrest over here, and then in the middle here, well, we'll come to that in due course. I'm just going to show you though, as we go around the car, the condition of it. Now, I'll be quick as I can in the rear here, because as you can see, I've already kind of set it up. There's lots of different combinations that you can have these seats in. So you can have them, for example, folded all the way back like that one is, in its most comfortable seating position. If I pull on this lever here, this flicks this thing up here, so you've got loads of space there, just like that one, but that one's been slid forward, which means you can get loads of stuff behind it going all the way into the boot. And as you can see here, again, very, very clean. The whole car has been really valeted up, so it's going to be absolutely lovely for its next keeper. I'm just going to come round to the back. Those are by no means all of the seating combinations. We'll be here all day. In the back, next to the 7th seat, the 6th one is stowed under here, we have got all of the docks in true SellYourCarUK style. We're going to show you absolutely everything, so you don't have to waste your time coming down to see the car if it's not the right one for you. We'll start at the back and work our way to the first service. The last one done in July of 2014 at 49,335 miles. All it needed there was an oil and filter, and that was done by a Citroen Peugeot specialist. Prior to that, it was serviced at 32,685 miles on the 1st of May 2012. And that was done by Wilmer's Citroen. Going back a bit further, we've got a service here from another Citroen dealer, looks like one in Poland. We've got another Citroen dealer here, which was done by Caffins, which goes with the number plate on the car, and one done prior to that at Palmer's Citroen, and that was done in 2009, although they failed to put the mileage on there. Now, the service interval is every 2 years or every 18,500 miles. Now, this one here, just to show you, that relates to the previous keeper, because the previous keeper, without giving too much away for data protection reasons, was Polish, so they obviously took the car back to their own town when they went home and got it serviced then. Save them some money. Now, it is 2 former keepers. The current registered keeper, as I mentioned earlier, acquired the vehicle back in March. We actually sourced this vehicle for the client, and they are getting rid of it with very good reason, and it is in very good condition indeed. Comes with that MOT. Now, there were some advisories on the MOT which were to do with the front and rear brake pads and that disc. All has been sorted out, and there is a bill that accompanies it. Now, there's no other manuals as such. You've still got this nice little wallet, but if you want to get the instruction book as to how everything in this car works, like for example, what does that button do, then you will need to acquire that yourself. They are on eBay if you want to get yourself a handbook, and they're not very expensive. And what does that one do? Over here, I know what this one does. It's a torch. Of course it is. Doesn't your car come with a torch? Anyway, if we lift up these books here, I'm just going to quickly show you as quickly as I can, anyway, one-handed, as I move all of these things out of the way, that you do have a 7th seat. If we lift up this, like so, and move this out of the way here, this is your 7th seat. And with a quick tug here, that pops up and is safely in place. All locks in place there. I'm just giving that a shake so you can see for yourself, as does this one. Give that a shake. Underneath here, you've got all of the tools, including with the jack, a locking wheel nut as well. All 4 wheels have a locking wheel nut on them to stop those very nice alloy wheels being nicked. And I'll just draw your attention again to how clean it is. And it really is very, very clean indeed. Now, you've got a couple of these things here in the back of this car. Yep, we're still going. This here is a tonneau cover, which can be pulled out to cover up the back here and stays in place absolutely perfectly and goes back perfectly, which is quite a nice touch. And just below that, this one here is going to be a bit trickier to get out, but I shall show you. In fact, I will need to do a bit of jiggery pokery here. If you just bear with me a moment, I'm going to pull this red lever here, and that is going to get rid of that seat a little bit, which is going to allow me access down here to this little pulley, which if I give it a pull, oh, and it's not easy one-handed. Hang on, I haven't practiced this, but if I give it a little pull, oh, that's why, it's because this seat here is also in the way. So I'm just going to lift that there, get that out of the way. There we go, that's going to make life a lot easier. And then here we have got, it's not easy to do one-handed. Here we've got a dog guard. Oh, it does come out, I promise. Or it's a net really, which fits into these little clips here. Now I've taken it down, it was already up, it does go back up. Oh, it's not easy to do one-handed, as I say, but that goes across here from this corner here to this corner here, and the reason for that is quite simple. If you've got lots of things in the boot, it just stops them from going over the top and into the back seats. Well, that was very badly demonstrated, wasn't it? But it does work. I took it down to show you the back seats. I regret that now. Anyway, coming round to the passenger side at the back here, sorry, on the driver's side at the back, just to show you again, it is very clean. Show you those seats as well as best I can. Now these are very easy to remove, obviously not one-handed whilst filming a video. Yeah, that's not going to come up without two hands, but anyway, it does come up. You can take it out and leave it in the garage, sell it on eBay, whatever you want, but it's an actual cost option. So whoever had that put in the deal with the car paid good money for it, and you can just simply take it out using these little clips here and store it somewhere else. These things do need to be taken out of the car though. You can't store them with the car if you've got all 7 seats in place. Now those 7 seats, just to show you, lots of different ways that they can be combined. Again, not easy to do completely one-handed. There we go. So these can be dropped down as well, so they lay flat. If you haven't got a Citroen C4, then you probably won't know all of these things, so it's probably quite useful, this video. If you have got a Citroen C4, then you'll probably tell me to shut up because you're just buying a new one and you know all of these things. Anyway, I shan't bore you anymore. All the seats do very cool things. I'll leave them like that for now as we make our way. And in fact, I'm going to shut the back door as well so that it doesn't all ping and beep at me. And we have been going for a little bit here now, 12 minutes and 45 seconds. So I'm just going to enter the driver's side and show you this car runs absolutely fine. Now you've got 2 keys, as I mentioned. They look like this. The buttons on them control the opening of the locks, the closing of the locks. Wait for that to focus a little bit. There we are. And that middle one turns the lights on in case you've lost your car in a car park. Now I'll jump in. Here we are. I shall move the seat back a little bit, give myself a bit more room. And just to show you inside here, all the things we've got. So, cruise control over here on the steering wheel. Just below that, you've got the information center, which allows you to scroll through the details on your trip computer, which I'll get to in due course. A horn, very useful. Another system here for scrolling through your mode on your stereo, and also on the trip computer, and a bit more detail too there for the stereo. This plus is to change up the gears. This minus is to change down them, because it is a semi-automatic gearbox, which is controlled using this lever just here. Now it needs to be in neutral, and your foot needs to be on the brake to start the car. And then you'll see this all lights up here. And there we are running. Now there's no handbrake, you'll notice, or at least there is an electric parking brake, but it's not operated by a hand, so to speak. So you just push this button down here, and then that P vanishes from that corner there, and the handbrake is off. Now as soon as you turn the engine off, that comes back on and locks itself so that you can't roll off anywhere, and it says there handbrake on. Also you can see there the mileage, 52,524. Now I'm going to turn the car back on again just to show you that all these warning lights go off, except for the ones that are telling 6 people to put their seatbelt on. Well, we're not going to do that because we're not going to go for a drive in this car. There are some other little buttons down there which you can press, which scroll you through this little information center here, which is showing our 66 miles to empty and a current miles to gallon and a current miles to destination. All that can be controlled using this little wheel just here. In fact, no, wait, and this little button here. There we are. This little button here, which will also change through. So we've got the date, and then that's it. And then we've got this, loads of stuff. Now, as I say, the manual isn't coming with the car. You will work this out for yourself quite easily. It just takes a little bit of practice. I'm now dimming the car, getting rid of that, getting rid of that, getting rid of that. This is all pressing this button, by the way. So you can have all of this information on the screen showing you your petrol gauge, your digital speedo, everything here, including what gear you're in and the rev counter. Or if you so wish, by pressing this little button, you can clear that up. So I'll just show you as I'm doing it. And then all those little things go off there. So all you're left with is the gear you're in and the speed you're doing. Whatever, you can have a fiddle with all of this. It's all quite fun. And you've also got the stereo controls down here. So here is your stereo. Wow, okay. Can't play too much of that because otherwise I've got to pay them for it. So I'm just turning the volume down using the controls here on the stereo. And just to show you as well, you can change through your radio stations as well by using the controls here on the stereo. If you've got a CD in the CD player, controls on the stereo. I think you get the gist here with this. I'll let you fiddle with this when you come down to see the car, or indeed when you buy it. So we'll just turn that off for now. Also over here, just to show you, you've got auto lights, so you'll never need to turn them on. They'll come on automatically when it gets dark. And over here, auto wipers, so you'll never need to turn them on. They'll come on automatically when it gets wet. Now here you've got that dual zone climate control, controlled from the driver's side in terms of the strength of the fan